Hi, Leo. Happy eclipses. Thank you for your patience. Okay, guys, I knew we're going to have an interesting reading, like very interesting. However, it's going to be like a sack of black cats to try to get you to do what I'm suggesting that you do, and that's sit and really do nothing. Like, really just sit. Because I think that your subconscious is doing battle with what's consciously on your periphery in your life, but I think that it's causing inner tension, and you can't name it, you can't taste it, you don't know what the hell it is, but you know it's there. It's like that, it's just there. It's like, remember that cloud over the Addams family house? It's just there. So I want to say this. I think that you're, like I say, I feel like you're robbed of something. And I mean like something like that I don't know if it's from this lifetime or if it's from last lifetime, or if someone shot your dreams to shit when you were a kid, or there's something that is owed you. And I feel that these eclipses are going to bring it in and bring it to light so you can start to integrate it. I think that you're living at cross purposes. I think you're living a life consciously, but I think it's doing battle with your subconscious. And sometimes our subconscious, here's the real kicker, sometimes it's not fully developed. Like it's something from a past that wasn't fully developed. Like it's looping. And I think that it's heritage, it's owed you, it's generational. It could be from one of your parents. One of you may find, you could find something out here. It could be anything. But I think that, again, these readings are geared towards you. And I don't do moon readings because to me that's very sacred space. That's our inner stuff. That's our sacred space. Those are the things that we're supposed to be. They're our truths. They're the things that we're working through, right? So that's why these aren't really conducive to cross-watching, because they're your inner workings, right? And your sacred space. So I'm kind of at cross purposes here, but I think the bigger message here is I needed to get these out because the energies are so strong and they're pushing people past the point of it's just like I'm on the threshold and jumping off the bridge, and this one little more on me. It's like the game of Jenga, right? So I pray that cross watchers, if you're gonna disregard this and jump into someone's reading, that you respect their space. That's kind of the best disclaimer that I can put out there for you guys, Leo. And hopefully, because this is something that I feel that is working against you, right? It's like there's a hidden self in there. And sometimes, it's something that, again, if we don't know what it is, it's like, well, we inadvertently fall into that victim role. Not victim as in, victim is victim, but it's more of like maybe fear holds you back. Maybe you really just don't know what it is, but there was something I feel really taken from you, which was like your real path, what your real dreams are, things that you're really supposed to do. Either someone squashed that and they instilled fear in you and you're not able to propel there, but I really asked specific questions once the cards were acting up. Once I could tell they were acting up, they were like, it was like trying to, tame a ruly child, but I don't try to tame them because I'm asking specific things and it's showing me where you're at with that. And I think it's like a sack of black cats. Okay. So I want to show you what we come in with, the energies of your foundation here, which go back like 3 to 5 years, right? So your feet are firmly planted in this. It's not something willy-nilly that's coming through your life. It's something that has sustainability here. So your feet are on this, whether it's your ground or not. But I think that a lot of things are going to come up in these eclipses for you. Do I think people come back? Yes. Do I think you get messages from people? Yes. Do I think you find out things that you didn't know before? Yes. Things come to light in your life, as far as maybe, I really feel these go back again. I asked for a foundation for 3 to 5 years, but I really feel that this really goes back to your like 3 years old, like back there, if not further. Okay, so this is obviously a parental kind of thing, right? Something that would have gone on in your childhood that set you going in one direction, but because your subconscious wasn't able to come to light to grasp the direction you're really supposed to be going, you've been going all these years in this direction, and it's at cross purposes to where you're supposed to be going. You're owed something here, and I feel it's karmic. And no matter what our parents do or what we were raised with or whatever, the universe trumps that. So you're going to get something that's owed you. What you need to do here, though, I think, is really ask, what part of me is missing? What part of me is missing? What am I supposed to be doing? Who am I? Where am I supposed to be going? Ask yourself the tough questions, because I think it sets you free. The thing here is, you've got to listen to your intuition, but you've got to really be, what I would suggest to do for you is I would write on a piece of paper before you go to bed, and I would say it out loud. Who is my real self? What is my real self? Show me my real self. It'll come to you in dreams. Right now, you'll absolutely get dreams on this. If you're not able to sit during the day, I would strongly suggest that you do that. Really, for that, you can start this within the next 3 days, because the moon, she's going underground now to recharge, to get in her sacred space, right? Which is what you're supposed to be doing. You're at cross purposes here. You're going in the wrong direction. And the nights all in reverse are saying the same thing. You're not going anywhere. You're going in the wrong direction, right? So your reading's going to be very, very liberating and freeing, and it will set you free. But it's going to be a slow process, right? All right. Now, the cards that we come in with, and I clarified everything. First of all, your energy card coming in is the Temperance card, right? So it's slow and steady, stay in the middle lane. This is with the Temperance card, it's, I want it done now, like you guys do, right? I want it done now, but it's like slow and steady. I want it done now. So it's like the Mars-Saturn dance, right? Mars wants to do it all now, and Saturn's like, let's just wait. Let's just see. We have groundwork to lay here, right? So that's the Temperance card. It's also listening to your intuition, making something new for yourself, right? It's like pulling on something that's stable and grounded, but pulling it forward in a direction that's specific to you. This also does speak, though, of past stuff coming up, right? Eclipses eclipse things in and out. But for you, a lot of the clarifiers are surprises, messages, letters, notes. So things are going to be coming to you, and they can come from you ancestrally. They really can. And I think that that's where all of these shocks and awes are coming from. Okay, you guys are a really intuitive sign. I would strongly suggest this will set you free. You've just got to listen. That's all. There's a difference between hearing and listening, right? We all have a hard time with that. Trust me. Okay, now the card that clarified that was the King of Swords, but it's also called the Lawyer card. I pay attention to the playing card up there, and I pay attention to what the clarifier is. It's a lawyer card. So with the Temperance card too, a relationship could be on the rocks. It can be, again, your inheritance could actually be tangible. It just may take a bit of time, right? It could be loans. It could be something that you're doing here. You've got movement here. You know it's here. You know it's coming. And I think that it's just not shown itself yet, right? That's what all these knights in reverse are. They're not going anywhere yet, right? And especially because you come in with the Knight of Cups in reverse, right? I think what's happening with this is it's foggy, it's humid, it's damp. I don't know what I'm doing, right? I'm not, my creative poetry, my loving self is like defeated in the reverse, right? He's normally happy-go-lucky, and he's the archetype of just life is good, of like I'm gonna find the love of my life. I'm gonna be the artist. I'm going to have the life that I want. But then you realize, like, crap, that's not really, it didn't make me happy. The Eight of Cups is you're looking for something. You're absolutely looking for something here. And eights are cards of laser focus, right? They're really laser focusing in on something to get something accomplished, but it's not here. Your fire's not here, and I think you're going in the wrong direction. You're not making any any headway here. But what you've got here is the letter comes, and this is the Ace of Coins. Okay, so it could be money coming in. Again, I really feel like there's heritage here. So it could be money. It could be like, something is coming your way for sure. Okay. There's just delays around it. Okay. Now, okay. Now, I want to see what's conscious with you, like what you already know of. That tells me where the bridge is between what I'm feeling that you don't know and what I am seeing that you do know. Now, these cards shot out at me like they're pissed, right? So, you've got the Five of Wands, right? Which again is inner conflict when either we gloss over choices that we know we should have made or that we didn't give as much attention to, right? But you're trying to make changes here. You're trying to separate yourself from, what is that saying? I'll spare you my analogies. It's like the separation of the milk kind of deal there. Anyhow, you're trying to separate yourself from this. You're trying to figure out what it is that's causing this. We get this kind of anguish on the inside when, we didn't take something more seriously in hindsight, right? Like we see the choices that we should have maybe paid more attention to in hindsight, but when we don't, we get this on the inside, but sometimes we don't always know where that's coming from. And I feel that you're conscious of this. You feel this for sure. Because these cards, I could tell when they shot out, they were not happy, right? And you've got the Six of Swords, which is, you need to be going away from something. Six is a karma card. It's saying too, there's karma that you're clearing here, and you have more than one six. There's another six in here. Where is that? Okay, it's the Six of Hearts and it's the Knight of Swords in reverse, and that's okay. Sixes are karma cards. There's something someone owes you or something you owe someone else. So there is someone in your life sphere, a person, or a thought process, or something that's not discovered yet that you're about to. This is a card of transcendence. So you're aware that something's coming. That lurking feeling like, I know it's coming. I just don't know what it is or where it's coming from. And I think it's frustrating after a while. But this is a card of transcendence. It's a card of moving on to something. You just don't know exactly what that is. And it's like the river Sphinx. The river Styx. It's dealing with the crud that's in your mind and the things you tell yourself. Right? But I don't think these are the things you tell yourself. I think these are the things that someone along the line sold you a bad bill of goods. Our parents don't always have the negative intentions. I truly do believe that people do, for the majority of us, we do the best that we can with what we know. When people are parents, they don't just step into that role and become like the best parent in the world. They're still learning along the way. And I truly believe we're born through our parents, not to them. So we're here to experience the whole kit and caboodle, right? But this, I feel, is you're moving away from something. Like you were born into something to clear something out, and now it's getting cleared out. I hope I'm not confusing you. And the other card that shot out was the Emperor. It's about, I think you're pissed. I don't think that you're a happy Emperor. I think that you're strength, power, taking back your life. You want your life to move in a direction, but it's not going, and you're frustrated, right? That's what I'm feeling. he, honestly, I didn't show you this yet. I'm getting there, but I think you feel like you're gypped. If something like this occurred, if someone swindled you out of something, say it's financial or something, it's owed you. So this eclipse season will bring this in for you. You will see this within either this time or you'll see this next year. You will reap the rewards of something that's owed you, but you've got to sit. You've got to sit because your legwork in here plays a role here. I'm convinced of that. It's just you've got to get your horses going in the right direction here. Now, again, the clarifier of this is quarrel. So there's an argument, which clearly there is around this, but I think that, you know, either you feel someone's got power over you. When the Emperor comes up too, it's normally someone who's got power over us, right? You came in with a lawyer card, so it could be something's held up in probate, something is held up, something you're trying to do is held up, but it's a quarrel card, comes in as the clarifier for that. So you're either fighting with someone else or you're feeling like, a lot of times I take the 7 of Wands here also, see up in the corner. 7 of Wands is like, you don't want to, you feel like you've been gypped, you feel like you've been robbed or shorted somehow. And sometimes that's in, you don't want to accept the fate that you think you've been fated. You're conscious of this. I'm thrilled because that means you know something is not right here somewhere, right? That's a good thing. Where you're anchored, where I went out 3 to 5 years, is the Magician, right? So the Magician is either, the Magician is the will. It's the will that we have to do something, but you've also got the Ace of Cups here, right? And it's the Sweet card. So it could have something to do with current relationships too and the roles that you play in those. You know what I mean? If you, by chance, have done someone wrong in a relationship, the karma of that is going to surface here. If someone has wronged you, the karma of that is going to surface here. It's something more substantial, though, than a relationship. It could be something, too, like a past life vow, which would bring up some kind of karmic relationship here, which would come to mind with me saying this. The Magician, like I say, in here, it could be, it's the power of love, right? So what's rooted here is you've got the Ace of Cups. This could be, you know, a parent. It could be overbearing. Something was overbearing. Someone was overbearing. But it's a foundation here. It goes back to like 3 or 5 years. So it could be a relationship here that there was a real power struggle here somewhere. But that card comes up in your home environment too, with the Ace of Coins. And we've also got, this is the Ace of Coins. You come in with this. So this could be, you know, I'm doing overall energy. I'm not getting into specifics, but this could be a relationship somehow. It could be the relationship you have with yourself that you're fighting with, like that missing link, that missing piece, or it can be someone in your life currently, or it's ancestrally, or it's some kind of family thing is working itself through, but it would have some karma attached to it for sure. So you would know what it is with me saying this. Now, the energy coming through here, we've got the Judgment card, which is like, it's like, this is the last time I'm doing this. You know, like you're not going to deal with this anymore. And it's the Knight of Wands. This could be someone in and out. This is the only knight in the deck that's upright. And it's the energy coming through here. And you've got the Queen of Coins. With the clarifier of gamblers, the Two of Swords. This may be a relationship that comes through when you actually give it a second chance and you're not quite sure what to do about it. It will have karma attached to it, this relationship. It will be something that you've either done this dance with this person before in this life, or it's someone from your past life that you're meeting up with for unfinished business here. You would know who that is because it would be with those kind of relationships. It's like you feel like you just know this person isn't a stranger from the get-go, right? But the Queen of Coins here, she's not a gambler. You know what I mean? So you may have taken a gamble on someone that was in and out and in and out. This Knight of Wands is our chew and screw knight. Remember, he's all about creativity, yes, but he's in and he's out. He's one of these on to the next best thing. There's no drop spot. All the other knights are reversed except this one. So you may keep letting this person in and out and run through your life, which is odd for the Queen of Coins, but with all these knights in reverse and you're anchored in the Magician with the Ace of Cups. This could be something too where in a different time and space, you know, maybe you strong-held someone in your past life, and now the karma comes back where someone's doing that to you and you're not liking it. But you can acknowledge that and release the karma here. When I bring up past life stuff, it doesn't mean that it has to be there. Or it's something very early in life, though, where these things happen. And given I'm asking for a foundation, this is something really solid. And I think if it's a relationship, it set you up to go in a whole different way. Like you took on a life that was totally different from the one you wanted, right? Like say you had visions as a kid of going off to college and becoming like this artist, traveling, backpacking through Europe, and you know, you got pregnant, right? Say you got pregnant and you got married and you had kids and this and that, so you never got to, right? But that's what, I don't think it's something as simple as that because I feel it's unconscious, which means you're not aware of it. You feel it, you're just not aware of it, but it will come to light. That's why I'm trying to really press to you. You have to sit and listen and see what this is because it sets you free to something here, okay? Now, if it's not giving someone a chance, it's agreeing to disagree and it's agreeing to set something free. It could be that too, but you've got to look at it. You may be letting someone else back in here, and that may be the gamble. Okay. Now coming up within the next year, the bridge here coming up till like January, but this, I have a feeling this will flush through, right? This is not a little eclipse, and you are going to get hit with it, especially if you're a Leo rising. You're going to get hit with it more. But this is coming up for you. You've got the Chariot in reverse. I don't like to see that because that means, and you've got you've got the Chariot in reverse and you've got a surprise. The Chariot in reverse is very similar to the Knight of Wands, my lovelies. And there's no gender attached to these. This is just someone who comes in and out, and it's the Chariot in reverse is reckless. It's someone who's reckless. It's someone who's not matured enough, yet. And it's with the Nine of Cups also, but this is the surprise card in here. If you guys are letting someone back in from the past and you've been burned in here financially, I'd be careful. Because I don't feel that this surprise is a good one. All right, now you in here, what you need to do to make this come to fruition. Now, if you don't like what's in here, you can absolutely change it just by changing your current course, honestly. And I really feel that just sitting, listening, writing that out before you go to bed will give you the golden goose here. Because you've got the Knight of Swords in reverse, which means your mind has taken you over. And you've got the Absence card here. So the Six of Cups, I'm sorry, the Six of Coins. So with the Knight of Swords in reverse and the Absence card and the Six of Coins, you're missing someone, but your equilibrium is off. You know what I mean? This could be a very, very unbalanced relationship that you let in here. It could actually be a very, very, and it could be a very Platonian relationship, which would be past life trauma. Platonian relationships, people very, very easily, very few people are twin flame relationships, very few people. And you need to look at someone's chart to see that. But more people in that kind of scenario, they're Platonian relationships. They're very, very obsessive. They turn into those, anyhow, it could be that coming through here again, but then again, there's karma in that, right? There's karma in that. So you want to maybe, look at that cycle there and where that train started. Okay. All right. Now your environment here. I worry. You want to get this Knight upright, especially this one. Because with the Knight of Cups in reverse, I think you need to start using better judgment. I think that that's really what this is about. I think you really need to start using better judgment. Maybe people are running all over you, Okay, now in your domestic environment, this is your environment, but it's also, it's your family, it's your friends, it's your day-to-day stuff. Our domestic environment is our day-to-day stuff, no matter what that is. It's also, though, what other people are saying about whatever this is, right? So you've got the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Coins, the Queen of Swords, and you've got the Five of Wands here, what you're conscious of, right? The Five of Wands, but it's the clarifier here is the Victory. I know you're trying to make changes in your life, and I think you're frustrated. These cards, like I say, they were ticked off coming in here. They were just like, this is your home life. The Queen of Swords. Maybe you just need to be more diligent about what it is that you're allowing in and what it is that you're not. And with the Victory card, the Five of Wands, like I said, when I saw that, and I didn't even see these yet, I knew with that Five of Wands, you were trying to be discerning with what card is yours and what isn't. That's what you're trying to do. And I think with the Emperor, it's like you're trying to regain some composure in your life. You're trying to regain some stability in your life, right? But it's frustrating when you don't know exactly where that is. But with that Six of Swords, there's karma in that too. So it's like the things that you're telling yourself. Sometimes we repeat karma, especially with that Six of Swords, is like in our past life, We let people walk all over us. We let people trample all over us. And we'll meet up with those people in this lifetime only to set it straight. Like it's like they owe us something now, right? So it's like with the Queen of Swords, you need to speak and show up and be very clear about what you're saying, you know, what's going on up here. With all of these Knights in reverse, your life is not, it's not going in the direction that's meant for you. You're meant for bigger, bigger, bigger things here. And you know it. I know you know it. You've got the Victory card though on the home front. So you either fall into something that's amazing for you with that Ace of Cups. You may move. You may get something that is unexpected here that's owed you. And you could be like, it could not be, it could be something from a past life that's owed you in here, and it just falls into your lap that you need to sit. You need to sit for a minute and let this catch up with you. I think there's a doorway here, and I think if you don't sit, you very, very well, it may get delayed. That's why all these Knights are in reverse. You need, the powers that be are trying to slow you down a little bit here. Okay, now your hopes, your fears, your anxieties, you've got the Knight of Coins in reverse. He's slow moving as it is. In reverse, he's not making good financial decisions. So, given you've got the Gambler card in here, the Chariot in reverse, the Knight of Cups in reverse, if you're going to be purchasing anything, signing anything, be very diligent what you're doing. That could be why the Lawyer card is in here. You want to make sure that what you're signing is really what you're signing, right? Don't be so fast, because the duality in the Temperance card is, I want it now, you know? But you don't want to walk into something. Maybe this is around financial decisions that you make. Maybe you make financial decisions one way, and in fact, you should be doing something the other way. It could be something like that too, right? The good news with finances, though, and eclipses and these kind of things are they bring you in lessons that change your life. So if you've had like a financial pattern that hasn't worked for you, it gets rectified here, but it may sting a little bit, right? So the Knight of Coins in reverse is normally slow moving, but in reverse, it's making not wise financial decisions, right? Or it's someone in your sphere who may I would be, you know, if you're lending out money or something like that, I would be cautious of things like that too. Now, what you've got in here, it could be money coming in too, owed you, but it's delayed because you've got the Ace of Swords here, right? But it is the delayed card. You've got messages coming in. You've got surprises coming in. You've got letters coming in. You've got communication here for sure, right? Okay, now in your outbound card, which is the general overview of this, right? And things that you may not see. These cards flew out too. You've got another ace, the Ace of Wands. So, if you've not been feeling well, your vitality comes back. This can also be too, all these Knights in reverse is like your energy is depleted, like you're just exhausted, you're not feeling well, right? Sometimes when that happens, it's the universe trying to slow you down, because I swear you're trying to get something here. There's a message coming for you, but I think maybe the only way the universe could slow you down enough so that you could hear it is, you know, sometimes it's like something comes out of the blue that just takes us down for a little bit, so we have no choice. But the Ace of Wands is a great card. It's your creativity comes back. it's raw firepower, right? If you've been, you know, your sensuality comes back to, your passion comes back, which is good. And you've got the Two of Coins, right? Which is balance. It's I'm going to deal with the things on my day-to-day that I need to deal with, and I'm not going to deal with the things that aren't mine to deal with. It's knowing what's in your control and knowing what's out, and knowing how to make your life balanced. And the clarifiers are the Queen of Coins, right? Which we had her already. That's what she came in, you came in with the gamble card, the Two of Swords, right? That means you really need to look at something too, or it's giving something or someone a second chance. But with the Judgment card, it's kind of saying it's the last chance, you know? But you've got the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Coins, I should say, and you've got the Five of Coins, which is reconciliation. So you make peace with something here, or someone, or you have options between people coming in here. So for those of you that aren't in relationships, you're going to have ones coming in for you. I think some from the past come back too. Maybe it was a timing thing, right? Maybe one of you needed to learn something and now the relationship comes back around. But you've got a lot of stuff going on here, but you're off your path, and the universe wants to give you so much more with these eclipses. But I think you really need to start paying better attention to yourself, paying better attention to your health, paying better attention to basically overall just the choices and the directions that you're going in your life, right? The things that are, you know, if you're living a life, your vitality comes back. I think there's a lot of confusion, a lot of fog, a lot of, you know, a lot of uncertainty. But I think that there's stuff coming here for you, just reminding you, it's about integration, different parts of yourself with what you've already got. You know what I mean? So parts of your life are working. They can just be amped up a bit, right? But there's delays around that. So there you go. I hope that I helped you in some way. It's really just about, you know, I think you're living a life one way when in fact you know you're going the wrong way. You're just not sure yet where the right way is, but it's presenting itself here to you. It will come in because again, you've got the Ace of Coins here. This affects your domestic, your home life here. You've got money, a letter coming in. You've got the Ace of Cups. So whatever you're looking for, you find. We just need to get him going in the upright. This could be, you know, in reverse too. It's like the doctor told you, you better rest, right? Like you need to stop running around and you need to rest. And you could have gotten a letter to that effect, right? Because you've got the Ace of Cups, which is good health, right? It's thank God, now I see my blessings, right? And you've got the Ace of Coins with the Queen of Swords. She could be a doctor, right? She could be anything like that. But you've got the Five of Wands around that, and that's a victory card. So if you've not felt well, this is, you know, this will pass with these eclipses. Fire signs get nailed with their bodies when these transits come through, when these eclipses come through, when their karmic lessons come in the form of like it'll hit your body. And it's the heart, it's the vessels, it's it's your vitality, right? And all of these horses upside down, you are running on empty, literally running on empty. And the Chariot too, right? You know, with the Chariot in reverse, what this may do, and this is what's coming up for you. The Chariot in reverse is, I need to take better care of myself. I really need to start taking better care of myself and getting myself straight here. And that Nine of Coins, the Nine of Cups can be, oh my God, I never valued my health like I do now. Thank you. You know, it can be something like that too. Like you're so off your path that it's affecting your health now. The universe with this eclipse would come in and, you know, you would have been experiencing this, but the subconscious part is you were going in the wrong direction. I have seen this happen. It happens to me all the time too. That's what happens. So especially with fire signs too. More so with fire signs. Okay, that's what I've got, guys. I think that you're going to get your vigor back for sure. You'll take your life back. You'll be at the helm here. You'll be balanced and back in. And I think too, what can be causing the frustration is you're not wanting to slow down, but you're needing to. Because I think not only do you get your health back, you get something that's really owed you, and it frees up not only your health, but it gets you end up happier after these eclipses. Next year is going to be a game changer for you. I think you'll see it this year though too. So there you go. I hope that I helped you in some way.